So this is the inside of my 2018 Hallmark flatbed camper, and I'm showing the NovaKool refrigerator freezer, which is a very large unit. Now, I put that in this flatbed camper because there's so much extra space, and I thought it would be great to have a big freezer. I've had two NovaKool refrigerators before this one, and they were just the size of this top door section. One was in a four-wheel camper, and then the next one was in my Hallmark Milner slide-in camper. And both of those worked perfectly. They cooled really well. In fact, you had to be careful not to freeze the lettuce. But this one never seemed to work as well as those smaller refrigerators. Now, I don't know if that's because it's so much of a bigger unit and it only has one thermostat. So even though there's this fairly large, for a camper, refrigerator on top, and then this fairly large separate freezer on the bottom, there's just the one thermostat inside the refrigerator, and there's only one compressor. So I've theorized that might be why this fridge never really worked as well as the smaller ones. It would struggle in hot temperatures, and the freezer never got super cold, and the fridge would sometimes get in the 50s in hot weather, and that's pretty lame. So I'm going to try it, and we're going to replace this with a similar sized unit, but dual thermostat, dual compressor. So a separate thermostat for the upper refrigerator, and then a separate thermostat and separate compressor for the larger freezer below. Now, it stands to reason that with two compressors, maybe it's going to use a lot more electricity. That's a wait and see thing, but maybe it just will be more efficient, and the freezer will run only when it needs to and stay colder, and the fridge will stay colder as well. So moving forward, heading out there to do this big upgrade.